Okay, y'all, what's up, gang? What's up? What's up on this Saturday night? We getting lit tea in the building. You already know what it is. We got the real spill going on, and y'all, we got a dope artist in the building. Hey, my bad about that. A dope female artist in the building.
Hey, it's Kae Blair. How y'all doing?
Hey,
How
what's
you
up?
doing? I'm good.
That's great, love. You turned up on this Saturday night getting bald-headed?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, honestly, I ain't really up to shit like that for real, but I'm always turned. So, that's just my energy.
Yeah.
Okay, you're still bald-headed, but we gonna let you go.
We gonna let her have that because from what we hear, your new single out, and she may not be bald-headed, y'all, but if you want to freak in your life, her new single out. Tell us about that.
Freak In Yah Life, it's funny how I wrote that song because when I originally wrote it, because I write all my music and sing it, things of that nature. But when I wrote it, I actually came up with the idea for it because I had a photo shoot. Like I used to model back in the day. Sometimes I still do.
Okay.
And I had this photo shoot that I did with a photographer, and he didn't send me the pictures until like a year later. I'm like, yo.
Whoa.
And he was like, I ain't never seen you them. And I'm like, no, you did not, sir. Like, I'm looking and I don't see the photos. And he's like, oh, I got you. So he sent me the pictures. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, all right, this photo shoot gonna be bomb. It's gonna be so cute, whatever.
Right.
I looked at that damn photo shoot. I was just like, oh my goodness, what have I done? What have I done here? This is not the work that I am supposed to be creating. But there were a few gems in there, which is usually how photography works. Like,
exactly.
You don't want to post a whole bunch of pictures because ain't nobody finna, unless they like a creep.
Right.
Ain't nobody finna sit up there and skim through every single last photo. So
exactly.
there were a few gems.
When
I saw the ones that I liked, I was talking to a friend of mine and I showed the pictures to him, and he was like, yo, I could do something with this. Like, he does a lot of cover art. So he turned it into, like, the cover of the song. He turned it into, like, an actual cover for a song. And when I seen it, it kind of, like, reminded me of WAP. Like, with Cardi.
Period.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I got to write a dope-ass song to go with this. Like, this picture too good to just be posted for eyes. Like, this got to be some type of advertising.
She said, fuck a caption.
Exactly. So I got on YouTube and I really don't like going on YouTube skimming for beats. I want to get more into producing myself because I have an old soul. There's a lot of songs I like to sample myself, but until I get the equipment for all of that, I came across this dope ass beat, and I'm like, yeah, I can write definitely to this. And it's funny because I've actually been sober, celibate, and single now for 10 months.
Period.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, like even when I wrote that song, it's like, I felt it was definitely stepping out of the box for me. Usually I like to write about I'm like a neo soul, R&B, type of gal. So when I wrote that song, I definitely was like, I got the idea that, in this industry, unfortunately, sex does sell.
Right.
So, I was like, all right, it ain't like you ain't never been a freak before. You're just a freak right now. You know what I'm saying? Freak now
real spill.
Current moment. You ain't no freak nasty at this current moment. But you know how to tap into that energy, girl.
Girl, get in there.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it like kind of PG-13, just for like when it gets played on the radio and stuff like that, because I know like people be like, okay, we need the edited version, and
right.
So I try not to be like, dick cop, whatever. Give it to me, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely got a little raunchy in there. I always have to pre-warn people when they first hear it, especially like people that think highly of me and stuff.
Say this that real spill right here.
Yeah. I got like some legal situations going on, and they like, I want to hear it. to get something out there, just, to show the people what I'm capable of doing. So.
And that's dope right there. I like what you're doing. I really, really seriously do, because that's amazing right there. And it's crazy how you real life take smaller things that kind of sort of ends up messed up in the beginning, and you twist it into something like a beautiful masterpiece. Especially a masterpiece that makes you kind of jump out your comfort zone a little bit without your bungee cord,
Mm-hmm.
I feel you on that. I got a couple of something. So I feel you, but I'm glad that you did this, because hey, we all need to speak in our lives. Not a creep like whoever this photographer was
holding on to them pictures for a year.
Right.
Exactly what she said.
Right.
Just saying.
No, you're right. I definitely, like I said, I'm a Taurus, so.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the funny thing about us is, like, when we're really in love with someone or we're really involved with them, we're very, very sensual. I feel like one of our, speaking for myself and, for whatever tourists out there may also agree with this, I feel like part of our love language is sensuality. Like, there's even been times where, unfortunately, like, if there's something that my partner liked me doing that I didn't necessarily do for someone else, if I loved them or I was in love with them, I ain't eat no ass.
Hey, y'all, this is the Lit Tita. She getting real with it. Oh, my God.
I ain't eating duty pebbles.
Not at all, my baby. Not at all.
I do a little gooch from time to time.
Stop playing.
Hell, even mess around with some females, it done got to that point.
Lit.
Definitely. It's just, the thing with the females is, like, I've never been in a relationship with one. I've definitely had situationships with a few. But I always found them, the ones I came into, like, the ones I had in my life, were very wishy-washy. You know that song, like, she wishy-washy.
Yeah, we ain't doing that, nah.
It's like, I always thought, because I'm so girly girl, I always thought I would be the girl in this, situationship, but it always feels like I'm the masculine one. Like, bitch, what you need? You need some water. I go to the store and get you some water hole. Like, what?
Period.
You know what I'm saying? What is your problem?
She irritates.
Going on at the same time. Right. Use your mouth. And then that way, we'll get there.
Oh, my God.
You need to know what your problem is. Like, real.
Lit.
That's why, like, I always kind of, like, no matter what, ended up going back to, like, a man. Because I need somebody, like, unfortunately, like, and that could be part of my toxic ways. I'm open enough to admit that I do have toxic ways, and I got to change those ways. But for me, like, if I'm getting a little too catty or whatever, sometimes I need somebody to, like, choke me up. Like, who the fuck you think you talking to?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Who the fuck do you really think you're talking? Like, a bitch do that to me, and it's like, bitch, if you don't get your hands off me. If a man do it, it's like, nobody, daddy.
Yeah, you toxic. She toxic. She toxic, bro.
That is toxic.
I'ma choke you, bite your lip a little bit. We gonna make this happen. Like,
I guess it all depends on how big the girl is. You know what I'm saying? Because if she's
I
like
feel you.
bigger than me, then yeah, she can be daddy. You know what I'm saying? But if you got the same time, you try to choke me up and slap me up and stuff like that, we finna go around. We finna go.
I'm not about to play with her, bro.
You got me fucked up.
I think this a bald-head confession, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Like, I'm that. Listen, you want to interview me? We gonna talk about it.
Let's talk about it. This that real spill, y'all. Lit Tea Talk, baby. Saturday night. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey. I love it. Freak In Yah Life, fighter, all that. Stop playing.
Yes, for sure. Like I said, I'm very sensual when it comes down to that. I've had my times where, it was just hooking up with somebody, and I feel like we've all had those times and things of
Definitely.
that nature. But when I really am involved with someone and I do care about them a lot, I want to into that energy to write that song. Like, if I was talking to my significant other right now, like, what would I say to them type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I also used that energy while I was in the studio recording it. Like, I don't know who this motherfucker is, but you're sitting right here in the chair in front of me. Like push that shit out. Like, go hustle and flow.
That was Daddy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, push that shit out. You know
Push it
what I'm
out.
saying?
She got the hitting that shit too. Oh, Taraji, that's my baby, y'all, low key.
Thank you.
That's my man. I'm telling you, bro, dude, yeah, this I love it. I love it. I'm so glad we got you here, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of life, you said something about life earlier. I got a question that relates to life. What have you learned, and how have you grown in life and in the music game? Like,
for me, I feel like music is, for one, I'm a writer for sure. And when it comes down to writing, like, music is my passion.
Mm-hmm.
When you passionate about something, it don't matter how many times you try to run away from it, it always finds its way back to you. So,
Most
like,
definitely.
I definitely had times where I've tried to do other things, like dental assistant. Like, let's just take the normal route, you know? It's like you're not. You're a fucking
Period.
artist.
And that's it.
You can do that shit in the meantime, but don't forget about your dreams.
Yeah,
You know?
they screaming for you. That's when you know you meant for it.
Exactly. And like I said, I'm gonna write, like, I can write songs, I can write a show, I can write theme songs, I can write a story, I can write a book. You know what I'm saying? I'm a really good writer, and I'm starting to notice that a lot about myself. But for the most part with life, I feel like even as a young person, because I am 25, my birthday May 2nd. So even as a young person, I feel like it's like that line with Drake where he said, "I'm too young to be feeling this old." Like,
Man.
I feel like I've lived multiple lives. I could tell you a lot of situations, a lot of different situations that happened to me that they weren't the best. Some were good, you know, but everything I took a lesson from. You know, I always say that everything in life is either a blessing or a lesson, and if you really blessed, it's both. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go through those things, they give me my fuel for writing. Like, there was a song that I posted it was a little bit ago on Facebook. I wasn't expecting to get as much hype as I did. I didn't have on no makeup. I didn't have my hair done. I didn't even have a bra on. And I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna put this shit out there. It got so much attention. It got so much, like, reactions from the people because of what I was saying. Like, everybody that commented was like, "Yo, you wrote this for real?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "What you know about this shit?" Like, I can really relate. Like, I got away with words. Like, I know.
Period.
Like, what to say to make you feel that way, you know?
I see what you did there. I like what you did there. You freaking poet, you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely promote yourself. Shoot, we might need you on the squad, you know, writing and them stories, movies, and books, most definitely. We could definitely use another nice little teammate. You definitely a dope artist, you know what I'm saying? And you strong, you doing your thing. You've been putting on for the women and putting on just for the music artists all in general, you know what I'm saying? So that just leads me to my question of, what are some of the mountains and barriers you overcame in life leading you to the strong woman and artist that you are now?
Definitely number one for me is I'm an alcoholic, a recovering alcoholic. But I had struggled with that since I was about like 17 is when I started drinking heavily. I actually had my first son at 18, so I didn't drink or anything while I was pregnant with him. But after I had him, I was raised in a very strict household. The religion I was raised in was very strict, so I didn't really have a lot of freedom to express myself as a child. So that childhood trauma carried out to my adulthood. Yeah, and so when I finally did get the chance to cut loose, you know, or run free, I definitely took an inch and went a mile, you know, with it. And I started fucking my life up early, like got multiple things on my record. Like looking back, you know, as far as like, you know, growing up now and maturing, in the time you don't think it's doing anything, but when you start trying to get like real jobs, like how I was saying, like trying to get back in my field and stuff, they look at that shit. They like, you did what, miss? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that was back in my younger days. Like, we don't give a damn.
That's what you did. Yeah, I feel you. It's a very.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like back to Popeyes, I go. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's
She
fine.
crazy.
I'm not getting down on anybody who, you know, at least you have a job. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? But
Working.
for me, when I was trying to get ahead, it's like I had already pushed myself 10 steps back just because of the dumb shit I was on. Like, I really fucked myself up with the liquor, man. Like, I had, the last time was my worst time. I had got into a really, really bad car accident. I had just bought this Jeep Commander, and I thought I was hot shit. I thought I was so, like, dope, like, can't nobody tell me shit. I got the Hemi, you know what I'm saying?
I'm popping.
Have my kids with me. The actual night that it happened, I was trying to help out a family member of mine. So I won't get into specifics because, like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was trying to help out a family member. I knew I shouldn't have been drinking and driving, but they kind of guilt trapped me into it. And I decided to do it anyways and ended up getting into a really bad accident. And my children were in the car with me. Thank God they were okay. Nothing too serious happened to them. And a lot of that had to do with, no matter how fucked up I was, I buckled my babies in.
Period.
The right way. Like, I want to stress that so much. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. Everybody makes mistakes and you learn from them and whatever and whatnot. But even when people aren't drinking and stuff, like, I hate getting in the car with somebody because you can't tell nobody how to raise their kids. But please always buckle them babies up. Don't nobody give a damn about you. I mean, I don't mean it like that, but for real, though.
They don't. No, for real. We done been here a few times.
Buckle them babies in. It don't seem like it's doing that much, but if something were to happen, it could really save their lives because, unfortunately, that same exact incident happened to someone else I know. Their children were not buckled in, and they lost one of their children.
Yeah.
And like the car rolled. In both experiences, my shit rolled too, but because I had them buckled in, like they were safe and whatnot. Because it was really bad. Like my airbags didn't even go off and stuff. Like it definitely was God watching over me in that experience. But after that experience happened, I had to go to a program called Drug Court, which I still am currently in. And at first I was just like, you know, whatever I got to do to get my babies back, you know, because I knew how badly I had messed up and I just couldn't believe I did that. But I never really had the best support system in my life. So I for the most part, have been a very independent woman and just tried to do everything on my own. But like I said, at first I was thinking to myself, okay, this will be easy because I had experiences where people had tried to attack me with my children before, but this one, like, I did it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
it's different.
A lot harder. And I had to go through a lot, man. I had to go through a lot. I had to go through, people think that, you know, you wake up one day and it's like, I'm saved. I will no longer drink. I don't want that devil bottle anymore. No, it's not like that. Like, I had to go through tether. I had to go to rehab. I had to go to jail. Like, I don't listen. I try to do things my way. And
that's that Taurus gang.
Yeah, very stubborn. Very fucking stubborn. It's like, I hear what you saying,
but I don't hear you.
We gonna try my way a couple of times.
Right.
Because I'm not, you know, and after a while, once I started seeing, like, one of my directors in that program, she called me on the phone and she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. And she was like, are you really? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm fine. And she like, well, because we got your results back and they're saying something different. So you want to talk to me about that? It's like, I don't know what that shit talking about. It's a lie. It's a lie. I don't even know whose piss that was because it wasn't mine. And she's like, listen. but you have to want to change. You have to want that change for yourself, or this is not going to work for you. We just wasting each other's time. So that was the biggest mountain. Like, I always wanted to be sober. I just didn't know how I was going to reach sobriety. And unfortunately, like I said, everything happens for a reason. Like, I stick by that, you know, for the rest of my life. Everything happens for a reason. It took that experience happening for me to realize how much of a problem I really did have, and how much it didn't have to be a problem if I just simply made the decision to stop doing it, because I really didn't need it. I'm still a fun, goofy, loving, exciting woman and great mother without those things. I just used it as a coping mechanism. A lot of the things they would say, like when I first went to rehab, the main thing they would say is the substance itself is not the problem. And I'm like, shit, if alcohol ain't the problem, what I'm doing here? Pink, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all told me to come to this place. They just told me I ain't got a problem. Like, and it's like, no, sit your ass down, there's more. You know, they said the substance itself is not the problem. That's your solution to the problem. Mm-hmm. Find healthier coping mechanisms. Just like you look outside, you see a tree, you know, sitting on the ground. You see the trunk, you see the leaves, you see the branches, but underneath that tree, what's hooking it to the ground are roots. You can take a chainsaw and try to, you know, chop that motherfucker down, and it may fall, but next summer, guess what? It's still gonna
another tree gonna sprout right there.
Period.
Yeah, because it's got roots, deeply rooted. So, like I said, a lot of this it stems from childhood trauma. It stems from trauma that you may be experiencing now. Yep. You have to learn how to process these things, understand what's going on, and also forgive yourself.
Yes.
Let go and move on.
Definitely got to forgive yourself. Hey, man, girl. Hey, listen, she came on here preaching that real spiel. For sure. For sure, love. Thank you so much for even.
That was deep right there.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for opening up to us and even you know, expressing us and letting us in that part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because that takes a lot. You know. So and also congratulations. You know what I'm saying, for steadily being sober and focusing, and you doing your thing. You know.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, this joint so hot. She's so hot with this joint though. She was celibate when she wrote this joint, and it's still that hot.
Celibate as hell.
You got
like
to be
how
one bold ass person.
You better tap in.
I mean,
she tapped into herself.
They claim you cheating if you got the rose, because I do got a rose with like extendo.
You talking about like a tattoo rose?
No, it's like it's got like.
Oh, that good rose. Yeah. Listen, them girls' boyfriends be mad on the book. Oh, you talking about that rose?
I don't know why y'all be mad. Just go along with it. Like, bruh, it's so simple. Like, what are y'all doing?
I love flowers.
They're trying to make us go extinct, y'all. They taking us out the game. It's like, why are you so offended by a toy?
Right, you so bro. Like, y'all are crazy.
Maybe y'all can learn some shit.
Like, right. Because if it's a rose doing it, we already winning. Us females, we already snatching them up. Listen.
Apparently, these niggas don't know what it's like to eat pudding cups without a fucking spoon, and it shows.
It shows.
Right.
It shows.
Y'all, this that Lit Tea Talk podcast live. Y'all know what it is. We getting exclusive in the building. You already know. We want to thank Kae Blair for tapping in with us. We want y'all to definitely tap in. We're going to drop her links in the description for y'all to go ahead. Click on that link so y'all can just go ahead and hear that hot joint, Freak In Yah Life by Kae Blair. That boy hot as hell. We not playing, y'all. That's that real spill right there. So we want to thank you for being in the building, baby.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Most definitely. You keep on pushing, and we're going to stay tapped in tune with you. We watching out for you. Everybody be on the lookout for Kae Blair, y'all. We going up. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey.